What's up? Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to the pre-show, guys. How's everyone doing? It's Friday fun day. We're going to mix it up today. We're going to get a little crazy. We have a substitute teacher today, so we're going to act up. Adjust this light a little bit. It's hurting me my eyes. What stocks are we looking at this morning? GameStop. I did a poll this morning asking people if GameStop was going to hit $350 today. And it was the minority, but like 30 to 40% said yes. And I was looking around on Reddit. I was looking on the Wall Street Bets forum and just spilled coffee on myself, but I just want to be watching it. NVAX, Seal, okay. I have some picks. I have two picks that I'm looking for 100% growth on. So the title is absolute clickbait. I'm here to admit it first. That's marketing, baby. That's how you get the views. The title for this is 10 bagger, which I believe is a 1,000% return on an investment. But I'm looking at 100%. To play options on it, you can turn it into 1,000%. Hey, producer AB, is our chill background music working?
Yeah, it's nice. It's a good way to start the morning with some chill background music, you know?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And yeah, I made the title. I put the pressure on you. I made the title, and then I put the pressure on you to find the 10 bagger.
I'm here for it. I think we got it.
So,
Aaron, I mean, I love a good challenge. Put me to the task. All right, baby, put me to the task. The 10 bagger is very aggressive for the first one, I will say. Our first foray into challenging me with headlines or stream titles. A little aggressive, but I like it.
Yeah, I didn't say, it doesn't necessarily have to come today. We can start, we can start looking for it today, and it might come next episode. Maybe it'll come the episode after that. Maybe you just have to keep coming back to get it,
This kid knows what he's doing. 5 head. All right, so I'm looking at NVAX. Amar Paul pointed it out, so we're taking a look here. I just know by the name. Of course, it ends with VAX, so it's some sort of pharmaceutical. Health company, biotech. Yep.
Hey, shout out Vlad. Robinhood gave me a free share of this stock, actually.
Oh, really?
Full disclosure, I own a share of Novavax.
You don't hear shout out Vlad very often.
No, but credit where credit's due. Free stock is a free stock.
All right, so we've got this level that it's sort of bouncing at that has been pretty near resistance in the past. If I drag it down, let's see if it looks any different. Yeah, so we've got resistance here. This is where I would look for maybe more meaningful support. We'll see. Always got to go back in time. Look at the whole life of the stock to find these really meaningful levels. We just keep hitting this resistance, With this much blood, and it's in the pre, it's up. So it has bounced off this support level, so we'll see. But with this much blood, so really, you can't see it on the chart, but because the movement's in the pre-market, but you have a candle today that's going to look like it's like that. Wouldn't be surprised if we see something like this before we get a more significant movement. This one for me is in hands-off territory. If you were already long on it, and you have a higher price target, all the power to you. This is a tiny, might be construed as a cup and handle right here. So if we go ahead and just quickly, I'm just going to sloppily do this and just go back in time. So you got your cup and handle there. You can take your ruler tool to the low point, and then bring it up here. So you got a price target, which is actually the previous resistance. It's great how that lines up. And then we can see that our price target from the depth of our cup that I just did here, our cup and handle. So it's you take it to this resistance level, and then you double it, is right about where we got stopped previously, and it's right about where we got stopped yesterday. But we're up in the pre-market, so not sure. We could be establishing a new trend, or at least a more solid trend. Watch that volume, though. Watch that volume. Okay, so howdy, Miles. Miles, hey. Miles had a great chart for JetBlue. Miles, if you're interested, you can come on the show today and walk us through your chart. I would love that. We're doing Friday Fun Day, which is just a fancy way of saying we couldn't get a guest today. So we're having Chad on. No funny business. Don't get on here and say anything totally inappropriate. Let's stick to the charts, but I would love to hear some new perspectives on technical analysis. I get tired of hearing myself. All right, so the next one we're going to look at is Riot, because this person was very emphatic about it. But Miles, yeah, for real. You just gave me an A. I don't know what the A means, but if you want to come on and take us through your jet chart, which I actually have open. Guys, this is Miles, Captain Cappy on Twitter. I don't know if you can see that. He submitted a chart for jets, which you guys are all welcome to do. Let me see your charts. Let me know how you're looking at them. And instead of giving him my actual thoughts, I said, just come on the show and let me know what you think. Why? Because I'm lazy. Riot. Oh, I'm on the weekly. Was I in the weekly for the last one? I'm sorry. I think I was. Get my rectangle here. So like this, or like this? Yeah, something like that. How is this possible? Yeah, I was going to say the stock is much older than this. So let's see if this support line has any meaning. It indeed does. It served as resistance in the meat. Dang, Riot. I know you guys have been, hey, Ramon, what's up? You guys have been screaming Riot at me, and I'm just ignorant. I'm just an ignorant man. I'm just one man. I haven't been really paying attention, but I really missed out on this, didn't I? This is Rat Snack. We got a qualified, bona fide Rat Snack. Double bottom. So well done. Shout out Riot. Looks like it's bouncing off of this level, so I'm going to get rid of this square because that's not really useful right now. What you really have is this double bottom, and you can see that it's bouncing off of this line, which is right at the meat. We know that we like to get right to the meat of the pivot in the middle of our double bottom. And with a double bottom, our price target is the depth of the base added to that resistance level. So the price target was right about here. We beat it. We sold off. So let's draw another line. Draw a line right at that measurement on this double bottom. And we're getting what I like to see. We talked about this yesterday. I don't know if I like to see it. I like to see quick, fast moves. Damn! If you would have given me Riot, I just didn't look at it because I'm myopic and I think I'm like everyone else. I let hubris get in the way of successful money making. And I preferred my own picks. And I actually avoided Riot because everyone else was talking about it. I tried to stay away from hyped up stocks. But the reality is I'm a moron because this thing went up fast. This thing is a beautiful double bottom. Such a rat snack. And I just want you guys to know that every time I play that little clip that is shorter, that is 9 seconds or shorter, because I don't want to get copyright flagged or a terms of service violation by YouTube or any of the other streaming services we're on, that a little bit of my childhood dream is coming true. That I get to do that. That's right, 13 silly goose times. So we're getting a little bit of this bounce. It just looks like some big old sideways channel consolidation before a continued move. But our big old price target was hit. Lovely, lovely. Know what that means? You've resolved the round in bottom is that you watch for a different trend, the opposite trend that you just completed. So we just completed a downward trend. We had a long sustained sideways consolidation. And we shot up to our price target, a little bit past it, actually. Probably because it was buoyed by Bitcoin hype around this time. What is this, like February 11th? Maybe. Ethereum? I'm not really sure what was being talked about at the time. But at any rate, I would look for maybe some continued growth. I would want to see a higher high on this to start treating this like... yeah, this is what your bottom looks like when you sit down on a wooden bench. That's what we call a sustained bottom. It's, you know, when you let me get an amen. If you're doing something that requires a lot of concentration, you're sitting down for a long time. I don't know what you're doing, but we all do it. Got to admit it. You're sitting down for a long time. Your legs start tingling, start falling asleep a little bit. Let me get an amen if your bottom's all flat and your legs start tingling a little bit and you get up and have a little bit of a limp. And maybe think to yourself, I shouldn't spend so much time. Maybe I should do that faster next time. That's what this looks like. Well, flat bottom, but like perfect. I love the very flat sustained bottom here is when you get this big old move. So this would have been just a sick trade. So a good call out here. My thoughts on this are wait and see. So let me zoom in a little bit. Actually, no. I think you can treat this like a cup and handle, but you just maybe want a better pivot. So I'm looking at the daily. Yeah, not as many amens as I usually get. So this is your left cup peak, and then you could say that your right cup peak is right about here. And you might hit some resistance here. This is pure speculation, guys. This is like, I'm not saying that it will do this, but I'm saying that this is kind of what I would look for an entry, is a little handle to form to get us over this resistance line. So a little bit of a shakeout here, and then for people to re-enter and push us above this resistance line and get us on a solid upward trend with Riot, R-I-O-T. Okay, guys. Yeah, writing code all day. Yep. I ignore the watch. I had an Apple Watch telling me to stand up every 5 minutes, and eventually I just tuned it out. It's so bad. I did just start doing hit training in the morning though. So I'm like 30 seconds of just like super rapid jumping jacks until I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And then I do like a little jog in place in my studio apartment in Detroit, Michigan. All right, guys. I think we let's roll the intro video right now, Aaron.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome into the open where we get technical. You should have investments in long-term growth. So hey guys, we got the intro started a little bit earlier so we don't miss the open. I do have a couple picks that I want to show you guys before the open, just in case they start moving past breakout and they create good entry points. Is the intro audio doubling? That might be because I had my background music playing. That's probably what it was. At any rate, okay, let me know. Do you guys want picks from chat, or do you want my picks really quick before the open? One for picks from chat, 2 for deal picks. Sorry about the audio, guys. We're built differently. Oh, it did it yesterday? Okay, we'll look at it. We'll look at that. But 1 for picks from chat, 2 for Neil picks. Wow, I'm flattered. Flattered. All right. So the 2 that I want to show you today are aggressive. I got some aggressive ones because this is in response to the challenge, which guys, I have a background in marketing. Clickbait is a fact of life. All right. It's just a fact of life. You cannot succeed as a business unless you have attractive headlines that get your customers or your viewers or your audience to take action. Fundamental stuff. Every single company that you invest in has to use clickbait in order to succeed as an organization. So learn to love it, guys. So Aaron Bree challenged me today by saying, can Neil find a 10 bagger? So I did my best. I did my absolute best to find a 10 bagger for you guys. And if you don't know, a 10 bagger means that your investment has been multiplied by a factor of 10. All right. That's a big, tall order. So I'm going to do my best. Death taxes, clickbait, facts of life, baby. All right. So really quick, number 1 I got here is ORGO, ORGO, high, tight flag. All right, guys. BuzzFeed changed the landscape of the internet, and it's just the way it is. All right, that's the world we all live in. All right, looking at a high tight flag. High tight flag characterized by number 1 by a 100% or more movement over the course of 8 weeks or less. We got it. ORGR. We got it. We also have a flag at the top where from the very tippity top of the pole to the lowest swing low has a depth of 20% or lower. During highly volatile times, you can get more liberal with that depth, all the way up to 50%, just as long as it still is high and tight, in commensurately speaking, to the pole leading up to it. Next thing, the flag must form in greater than, at least, so equal to or greater than 5 days, but less than or equal to 3 weeks. So that's why a lot of times, actually, that's why my chart was set to the week frequency or the week increments when I first started, and I messed up my first charts because I was looking for something that fit within that time frame. We got ORGO, all right? Totally fits within the time frame. What are we looking for, folks? We're looking for a solid break above $17.10. Just about. All right. We're looking for a break above that. Again, ticker ORGO. We are 1 minute away from the open. We are looking for a close above that. In fact, I would look around 3:45 Eastern time today to check on ORGO. And if it is looking like it's a solid body close above that, it's entry city. How am I getting my price target, you might ask? Good question. I take my poll. I add it to the breakout point of my high tight flag. The pole plus the breakout point is your price target of $30, which makes, if you enter at the current breakout point, which you'll probably enter a little bit later than that, that is a return of about 79%. Wow. So that's one. How you might be asking, Neil, how can I make lots of gaps? We got gaps on this thing. How can we make this a 10 bagger, which is absolute insanity? I would say shoot for something reasonable, take profits. No one ever kicked themselves for taking profits. So if you see something good on a stock like this, take your profits. And again, this is for education and entertainment purposes only. Opening bell. Give me a 1 in chat if you think I should use Benzinga bucks to buy an actual bell, or we should add something to the video or something. Use your vote. So here's with ORGO. Here is why high tight flags work. So I got Nabeen in chat saying pump and dump with ORGO. En contraire, mon frère. En contraire. Let me throw down my French glove for you. The reason this pattern works is because it's not a pump and dump, my friend. High tight flags work because they had massive movements, and then that droop that's within 20% did not constitute a sell-off, an institutional smart money sell-off. This tells me that smart money wants to stay in the stock. They are not taking profit. Thank you. Next one, SPSC. Looks like a high tight flag. might be able to maybe say that. I'm not calling it that because it's not just a straight rectangle, horizontal. Here, let me get my chart up. Sorry. Horizontal support, horizontal resistance flag. This is a bull flag, a descending bull flag. The reason it's a descending bull flag is because the reason that it's a flag is that our support and our support and resistance lines are parallel on SPSC. All right. They're not a wedge. It's not any type of triangle, and it's descending. So what are we looking for with this? I'm going to go conservative with this one. I'm going to go conservative, but I have very, very high hopes because if I zoom out long enough, oh no, this is okay. I'm going to go very conservative on this, which is still a very high price target. I'm going to go from this previous line of support. All right. We hit it twice, and then we actually hit some resistance here where we gapped up. So this is a meaningful level. Boom. I'm going to draw a line for my pull from this base of my pattern, SPSC. I'm going to add it to what is my target breakout point, which is like a total misnomer. All right. You're not really targeting a breakout point. The breakout point shows itself when it happens. So when, excuse me, chart, when the candle breaks out and closes above your upper resistance line, that is your breakout point. And you're adding the height of your pull to the breakout point to find your price target. So this is the world of ideals and hypotheticals. Price target right now is about 155 if we get a breakout today, which looks like it's not going to happen. There probably would have been a surge of volume. You might actually see that a little bit later. Sometimes with these, I see surges of volume happening after the morning power hour. So after like 10:30, it does happen. And just to measure that really quick, that would be a 42 or 43% return. So how do you make these 10 baggers? Options. Okay, so we're looking at GME. Looking at GameStop. Is it spiking? I mean, it's going up. Let's look at it on a shorter time frame. Where are my tools? Resistance, support. So resistance. I'm drawing a horizontal line for resistance that I saw in the past and also showing up now. And I'm drawing another line for support, which showed up here. It was resistance here. Not as meaningful. And then more recent support is like tightening around here. Lots of lines, guys, but I'm just still trying to figure out what's going on. I know it's messy. GameStop needs to break out above 282. That's just what's happening. All right. It's hitting the same level of resistance. So I would not say that it's breaking out. And then let's see. Are we on the hourly? Yeah, we're on the hourly. That's all I got to say about that. But also what I have to say about GameStop is watch toward the end of the day and even in the aftermarket. You all know, anyone that's been watching GME, there's a lot of aftermarket stuff. This one's built differently. All right. So Viv wants to look at SPY. Let's do it because I think we should do a market check-in. We are officially out of correction world with SPY and with Dow. Okay.
Do they make like CIA equipment? SPY?
No. All right. So with SPY, we were establishing this downward trend that we broke out of. So like the main thing here is that we broke through key support levels or broke down past key support levels with SPY. And that's what got us into correction world and made everyone start freaking out. But that's over. We got all-time highs with SPY. I mean, it's over for now unless there's a completely completely new correction. So yeah, SPY is out of correction world. So the weird thing is that the stocks that it's heavily weighted by are your FANG stocks, and they don't quite look like this. They don't quite look like this. So we can do SPY. I want to do a Q for a comparison, QQQ, and then we can get back to. I got you, Michael. And then we can get back to VET check-in. But by the way, I you guys all said I was married to the stock when I bought it. I denied you. You were right. I lost $8 of my own money and then sold out of it. But I'm watching it now. Isn't that sort of an evening star pattern? This? That's where you got a little guy in the middle. It doesn't look like it. Hold on, let me... Because the evening star, it has to be a really, really tight body. And the body on this does not look tight to me. Or unless you're talking about this one. How do we know the SPY chart isn't forming a double top? You don't know. You also don't know that it is until it actually forms one, right? A pattern isn't a pattern until the candle actually moves in the direction to confirm it. So you don't have a double bottom until the final candle crosses above the resistance line. It can touch the resistance and still really not be that pattern by definition. All right, it can just go in the opposite direction. So we let history help us predict what will happen next. Yeah, so SPY, QQQ. I mean, QQQ, we're just getting back into our channel that I had. We're still in a downward trend. Lower high, lower low, downward trend. I just need to adjust my thing here. It's probably a little more like this. Could probably bring it back more in history. Downward trend, QQQ. It's different. It's diverging. Tech has diverged. All right. Checking in on VET. VET. I like it. Let me I want to look up. Does anyone know how the options are looking on VET? Like, what are the prices for in the money options? I like these patterns. I'm liking for leaps. If you don't know what a leap is, let's do it. We're just going to make this super simple. The videos you find on leaps are like 10 minutes long. I'm not going to waste your time on that. It stands for long-term equity anticipation. It's so dumb. You're just buying an option that has an expiration date that's like a year or more away. That's it. And buying in the money leaps on double bottoms is sick. Is ORGO doing breakout? Yeah, I mean, it's up 0.5%. Now it's down. So it doesn't seem like it's getting the volatility or the strength of volume that we're looking for a true breakout just yet. So looking at VET, we're hitting resistance before a gap to close. Right? So what I did yesterday was got FOMO because I saw a green candle going up. And I'm like, oh yeah, VET is going to break through this gap. You can see the gap right here. We're going to break through this gap. Which, remember, gaps are like the opposite of a speed bump when it comes to stocks. Once you break through the resistance and hit them, you get that little... what you want, that pop. With a price target up here of $10.83, coming as a resolution of our double bottom pattern here on VET. So... same thing as yesterday, except for now I'm going to be more conservative. It is right now in overbought zone on the RSI. I want to see it break past this resistance into breakout zone, and hopefully it gets some fluid movement up. And then I'm looking at it like a snack. Okay, so I want to compare this really quick. Big shout out to 13. A very comparable pattern is ET. which is looking like early XOM. Early XOM as in like circa 3 weeks ago. Which is it's establishing these zigzags and then like a clear sideways consolidation, which is, guys, this is a nice little flag before pop. I'm into it. I got leaps on ET expiring next year. Meaning what that means is I got in the money call options in this case, just naked call option, not naked call, just single leg call options on ET that expire next year. I have a year for it to move up and make me money. Yeah, so September 17th, 7.5 call for $2.40. Pam, which one is that? So Sept is the best you can get. September is the best you can get for calls. Was that VET? I'm assuming. Thanks for getting that, Pam. So Pam just got us the pricing on the call options. And Michael, you have a $3 call option expiring 2023 on which stock? On VET or ET? Is $3 the strike price? You savage.
Yeah, it's got to be the strike price, right?
I mean, or he could have paid $300. Like that could have been the price of the contract.
Oh, yeah. If he was saying that he only spent $3 on the total contract, there's no way you can get one out for that far out for that cheap.
Is there on some of these stocks are below the radar? Like I got leaps for like 300 in the 300s.
You know what company I would love to buy leaps for, but a little too expensive for me right now is Nvidia.
Dude,
I know you don't like tech right now, but I think like a year out from now, we're going to be looking at Nvidia at like 650 and be like, how did it drop? Like pull up the 1 year.
We're gonna, dude. Nvidia is gonna be at 1,000.
Right.
All right.
And we're gonna look at we had dropped to like 450 or something a week or two ago, and we're gonna look at it and be like, how do we let it get down that low?
Aaron, I'm not gonna call you foolish for doing that. I mean, I think you're just getting options. I think you're getting leap. I want to stop saying leap because I think it makes it sound too highfalutin for people, and like it's like this.
I didn't know leap was I didn't know leap was an acronym until 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, it's just far out expiration date, so you have plenty of time for the stock to do what you want it to do. All right, I think that was a pretty good move, man. I think Nvidia is going to get smacked around a little bit, like the rest of tech, still for a little bit, because everyone took their profit. It's growth stocks. Everyone took their profit. Yeah, this Rodrigo says this is the time to buy calls. Yeah, absolutely. Like with a stock like Nvidia, you're getting calls very cheaply. This is that you can say that's a contrarian play, right? Going long while everybody is short. Let's give it up for AB. Smash that like if you liked AB's trade, because I like it for sure.
Well, I like it. I just can't do it because I don't have the money for it.
Oh, you haven't done it?
No, Nvidia. The calls are expensive.
Like 40. Are they like $4,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
if anyone's got $4,000 lying around that they want to let me trade with,
drop your Venmo, producer AB.
All right.
If you guys want to tip, producer AB is going to drop his Venmo address. Pam, way to go. I like your thinking. Pam goes for the leaps. Okay. What do we want to look at next? Someone got the MVIS leaps. Pam, it's Pam. Pam is dominating the market right now. Pam, you are rolling the nickels. You are absolutely rolling the nickels. All right. So just checking in on another one, guys. Come on. I'll never make that sound again. I'm sorry, but my cup and handle from yesterday, CAD is in motion. Ladies and gents, CAD is in motion. CADE is in motion. So keep your eyeballs on this one. This was a cup and handle breaking above resistance, which we have solidly done. Price target of 27, which if you were to enter today is a change of 15%. All right. Yep. So Pam says she defined it very simply. A leap is when you get an options contract that has an expiration date that's 12 months or more out. So you have a year or longer for the underlying stock to do what you want it to do. They rock. And if you're getting a stock that's bleeding a little bit or a stock that's in a period of consolidation, that means that the implied volatility is going to be down, driving the price down so you can get that thing cheap. And then when that volatility comes in, as you're expecting based on your technical analysis, you sell the contract for profit. Okay. So what do we want to look at? That was CADE checking in. Miles, you want to come on to talk Jet? If you do, producer AB, drop, if you don't mind, your email in chat, because it's Friday Fun Day, so that if Miles wants to come on and talk JetBlue, he can. Thanks, dude. Producer AB's Venmo. There you go. So there are two ways that you can help producer AB with his great idea here. I think he deserves this. Is you can smash the like on the video, and if you get us to 250 likes, I will buy Aaron lunch today. Whatever he wants with dessert. We'll get, I don't know, cheesecake. Are you a cheesecake guy?
That sounds good. That sounds good to me.
Okay. You sound like a guy who will take what he can get.
Yeah, well, I was thinking maybe we can make it. I'll like Postmate some Cheesecake Factory, make it a little more expensive for you.
That's okay. If we get to 250 likes, I will buy that for you. But more directly, guys, if you just want to buy him lunch, you can Venmo him directly.
Don't Venmo me, guys. I put that up there as a joke. Don't Venmo me.
I'm indifferent to what you guys do. I'd rather you guys hit the like. Gooey butter cake.
Yeah, shout out. Do they know that I'm in St. Louis? That's a St. Louis thing. Gooey butter cake. Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
That's a St. Louis, Missouri thing. Shout out RG.
RG knows what's up. I had no idea. All right, whatever. I guess it's up there with bacon. I had no idea. All right, what do we want to look at next, guys? I got Michael asking about CURI. And Aaron, make sure you're watching that. I think this thing's in a downward trend. I'm short. Just I can look at this instantly and tell you I'm short. Wish, I'm looking at Wish. So CURI, what I think about it, just to give you a more in-depth answer, is that it had a head and shoulders reversal pattern, like most of tech. So you're going to see this mirrored across a lot of stuff. So the pivots are this wick and this body. But you can get more exact here. It's almost not necessary to do this, but I'll just do it so that someone better at technical analysis doesn't yell at me. So that's sort of your neckline of your head and shoulders. And then you've got, again, guys, most tech is kind of reflecting this. You've got something that looks like this. And then the pivot here is your neckline. Or the level that it pivots at is your neckline. Yep. So you got shoulder, head, shoulders, which means we're reversing our upward trend into a downward trend. So what was happening before was something like, maybe I need to stretch this out a little bit. Something like this. Oh, whoops. What am I doing? Tripping. See how I was trading upwards in a channel? That's a lot easier to trade because it's a lot easier to go long on stocks than it is to go short. You need more tools, and it's often riskier. We were thinking about going short. So that's why we like upward trends. But now that we have a downward trend, it's more like this. Which is, I'm gonna draw it just based on the meat. I think we're gonna get some outside action, but I think it'll just revert back to the general channel. Does that make sense? Okay, so what's the next one we want to look at? XXII. Oh, and I want to complete this. Let me double check myself. I want to double check my neckline on this. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure. So if this is the neckline, just to be very conservative. I'm going to go from the peak down to the lower part of the neckline and draw it down here. And say this level, which usually that will line up with something meaningful in the past. This is sort of the target low for this downward trend you're on with CURI, Curiosity Stream Inc., which is pretty much in line with support for this whole time. So it's reinforced by price history that this is a meaningful level. Looks like that's the case. I think CURI will continue to go down like the rest of tech for a little while. All right, Wish. Let's get Wish up here. So young one. Is this Wish like, why does it still say context? Are they called Context Logic? Is this that website where you get like super discounts on stuff? I think so. Regardless. This is a level of support. Let's see if it's meaningful. Yes, it served as resistance. So just going through the history, I'm way too caffeinated. I don't know why I keep reaching for the mug here. Since the IPO, we're on the daily for Wish. Since the IPO, we hit this line. It served as support. We bounced, climbed up, nice little upward trend. We topped out. We reversed over this is a relatively short period. And then leading up to earnings, we broke down through that support line, but we held a bit lower, and then we had a breakout above those earnings, following those earnings. So this happens a lot where, like, regardless of what the earnings are, the price goes down a little bit on a stock, but then you see the earnings get digested. Sort of like people are letting the news disseminate and they're reassessing how they're evaluating the company. And then you see some more meaningful price action ensue, following the knee-jerk sort of reaction. I'm getting a call from Hot Stocks Luke Jacoby. 1 second, guys. Hey, what's up? You're on live stream, just so you know.
Neil,
can you hear me? All right, hold on 1 sec. Don't say Aaron, make sure he doesn't say anything bad. Not that he would. Hey, you're on live stream, just so you know.
Oh, there we go.
You're on live stream. Are you okay with that?
Oh, woo! What's up?
Okay.
All right, star of the show, baby. Hey, Neil, I was just calling to see if I can I change the boot camp page. Can I turn it over to April? It's still on February, and I need to send it out to some people.
That seems reasonable. Go ahead.
Benzinga boot camp.
So what's the actually? While you're here, what's the when's the date? What's the date that it needs to be?
All right. Do you want to hear some bullshit?
Yeah.
Can you swear on this show?
I'll allow it.
Listen to this, okay? So guys, the boot camp is on a Saturday. All right, we're working our asses off all week. We go Saturday for 9 hours. We're like, all right, can we do this on a Friday? You know, sleep in a little bit Saturday. I don't want to wake up at 6 a.m. another day in a row. Okay, and so we brought it up to Nicole, right? Neil, our events director. And then when I asked about it in the meeting, she said, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about a potential date change. She totally denied knowing it. So it is still on Saturday.
Yeah, you got stonewalled, baby. Plus, we asked the people
what
they want.
We talked about it. We said, let's go to Friday. And then she said, and then when I brought it up to the group, she said, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, we live in a post-truth society, Luke. When you just deny facts, you win.
All facts,
but here,
facts,
but let's get that date and make sure that people know that they can attend the boot
April
camp.
10th. Go to benzingabootcamp.com. It says February 20th still.
All right. Oh, we got Miles on. Sweet. Okay. Luke, we're having a Friday fun day, so we're letting chat come on and talk charts, talk technical. So I need you to go away. But thanks for catching that on the boot camp site, my brother.
Cool. Peace.
Bye. Nice pen. All right. What a weirdo. All right. So we've been talking about Wish. Let me just finish up kind of my thoughts on this. We've broken above this level and we've returned to support. I would watch it. Watch it. So we've got a downward trend that we need a solid reversal out of, right? We need a clear reversal out of it. And there are two ways that can arise. One is without a pattern, where you simply just start seeing higher highs and higher lows. Another one is that we see something more sort of like a rounding bottom or a saucer that might take some time. Might take some time for people to digest the value of this organization and for that to show up in the price chart. And at that point, you're looking for your key resistance level that you want to break out of. In both cases, there's going to be resistance that you want to break out of. So I don't see anything coming super fast on Wish unless there's an external event. Market's creeping up. Are we doing well? I want to pull up QQQ, and while I'm doing that, Aaron, would you mind bringing Miles on? Captain Cappy, sorry.
Yes, sir. I can do that.
All
Let
right.
me... Miles, how we doing? We ready? How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
We're great.
Aaron, go back in your box. Hey, Captain Cappy, man, it's very nice to meet you.
Hey, good to meet you too.
You look a little bit different than your Twitter handle. I expected you to be wearing a helmet of some type.
Yeah, that's Lux Interior from the Cramps. So,
Yeah, good band, very cool. So Captain, you were generous enough to share some of your analysis on JetBlue. Would you like to tell us about it?
It's Jets is an ETF apparently for all of the airlines. I didn't know that, so it just came up when I ran a scan for stocks that were kind of at that location on their volume profile.
Okay.
And a bunch of airlines came up and that ETF. So if you look at like SPR, which I think makes parts for Boeing, Jets, and a bunch of airlines, they all look the same right now.
Yes, they do. They all look kind of cuppy right now at the top.
And like Jets hasn't yet, but like SPR had a move this morning, I guess, on some kind of news, but they're all kind of ready to break that line, and they don't have a lot of overhead volume because of the drop from a year ago.
Okay. So guys, I'm sorry for just assuming that Jets was JetBlue. This is like a flight travel ETF. Does it also have like kayak and stuff like that in it?
I have no idea. I'd never heard of it. I just ran a scan yesterday while I was at work and found it.
Sticking to the technicals. Forget about all that other junk. So this is SPR. I've pulled up. So Captain, you were just saying that SPR looks very similar to the group of assets you're looking at, stocks and ETFs, and that it broke above this resistance.
Yeah.
Now, when I pull up Jets, which is the chart that you shared, ETF, not JetBlue, we're looking for something similar to happen.
Yep. And if you look at the volume profile on the daily and then scan out, you'll see because that dropped so much last year that there's not a lot of overhead volume, and then there's a gap above it too.
So this is very interesting. Am I zoomed out enough?
Yeah, that's it pretty much.
Okay. Would you mind explaining to folks who don't use volume profile, this guy included, like, well, I mean, that I don't use it that much, exactly what you mean by there's not a lot of overhead volume and why that's important?
Okay, so since there's not a lot of shares traded above it at those price is going to move kind of quickly. It'll flux through those areas. So on the right, you look at the technical pattern. If it does break out like what we're expecting, price should move up to the next volume profile above pretty quickly because there's just not a lot of liquidity there.
So there's like not buyers and sellers that are going to argue over price at those
Correct.
levels.
So it's
because
just
historically they were down here doing that crap.
Right.
And then here it's like a free flying.
So if you see how quickly it fell through those areas.
Yes.
And if you look, so if you move your mouse down right there and then you see how it actually gapped up. If you keep going to the right, yeah, right there, because nobody owned the stock there. So it moved quite quickly to the upside. So I'm looking for it to do the same thing.
Awesome stuff, man. Thank you so much for sharing that. And guys, make sure you do yourselves a favor. Follow the man on Twitter. follow the man on Twitter. This is your chart. So you use Trend Spider. This is the chart that Miles, Captain Cappy initially shared. Make sure you follow Captain Cappy on Twitter, guys. Thanks for coming on, Captain.
Oh, of course. Thanks for having me. Great show.
Thanks, man. All right, guys. So that was Captain Cappy. A must follow on Twitter. So make sure you guys do that. All right. So what else do we want to look at? Neil, tentative agenda. All right. So Luke has dropped the link. Let's make sure he spelled Benzinga right. Okay, good job. For the boot camp. Remember, guys, if you attend the boot camp, it's kind of like Get Technical, but a full day of it. But we also cover fundamentals and stuff like that. It's 100% education. A full day of that. We get folks that are kind of like the guests that we get on these shows to take you from zero to hero, and it's silly goose times the whole time. All right, Christian wants me to look at NNDM, so get on over to benzinga.com/events/bootcamp. But I think if you go to benzingabootcamp.com, you get it. How did you bring up volume profile on charts? So 13, I will do that for you. So let me I'm going to close it. So I've taken it off of my stuff, and this is the same. It's the same process on Benzinga Pro. Exact same process on Benzinga Pro as it is on TradingView here. So let's go full. No, not full. We're going to go to indicators. And it's probably very simple if you're similar if you're using something like Thinkorswim or another brokerage account where you have charting tools. You would look at studies or indicators. And then in this case, I'm going to search for it. So this is actually something that messed me up in the past. So on TradingView, you're going to see a bunch of community scripts, community created volume profile indicators. I was using a bunch of those for a while. Skip that. I don't know why they've done this, but TradingView actually broke out volume profile into the left main navigation here. And these are the official, like, from the company volume profiles. And you have two versions here. The first one is the one that Captain had us doing, which was the visible range. So that means whatever you see on the chart, you can expand out a month, a year, it will show you the volume by price for that range. The fixed range allows you to draw where exactly you want to see that. I find that cumbersome, and I don't use volume profile too much in my trading, so I like to just have visible range open. So as simple as that, I've clicked it. It's been added, but I like to have it on the left side of my chart. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Indicator, visible range. I've added it twice. I only need it once. And then I'm going to go to the gear. I like to have it on the left side. So I click the gear for where volume profile, which is abbreviated VPVR here. And just say, where is it at? Show values with placement right, placement left. That's where I put it. That's how you do it. What is the Twitter handle for Cap? Dropped it in chat for you. And guys, remember, make sure let's try to get this video to 250 likes so that Aaron can get the Cheesecake Factory. Don't worry, guys. You don't have to worry about me. I'm going to use Benzinga bucks to get it. Uncle Raz will be paying for that. All right. So did someone say 10 bags? Tyler is back here asking about the 10 bags. Rewind, Tyler. You rewind. I'm not going back over those picks. All right, guys. What do you want next? Let's look at XXII. I feel like I didn't do that. Okay, this volume profile is out of pocket. So I like the row size to be much smaller. So do that. Yep. And then I like to, I'm just doing some quick adjustments, guys. You do whatever you want, but these are my settings that I like. Width of the box, percent width of the box. I actually don't know what that is. Yes, I want that smaller. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay. None of what you showed me just now comes up. 13. I don't know where you're looking. 13. Let's talk in the Discord. So a reminder, if you guys 13, let's talk in the Discord after the show. Maybe we can figure it out. just a reminder, guys, if you go to the description, there's a link to the Discord channel so you can continue the conversation after the show. Bunch of the Benzinga peeps are there. Yeah, feed Aaron, smash the like. Okay, so I want to look at XXII, which I don't know. 22nd century biotech. Okay. I was thinking like the production studio. All right. So the very first thing I'm going to do is just look at modern support. Get this out of here. There we go. Seems to be this level, which also seems to be a point of control in the past. Also served as support in the past. Start off with a large time frame. Switch to weekly and just see if it gives us more clarity to understand what's going on with this. Okay. So this resistance level, let's see if that peak showed up in the past as well. Looks like it may have. I'm just going to guess. Nice little rounding bottom here, guys. More of a saucer. Let me just draw a line at that peak. Okay, so that's just going to be later resistance. So be mindful of the $6.41 level. That will show up again as resistance. And then here we've got this really nice saucer. Really nice saucer. So what you can do here, I'll just illustrate it really quick using my arc tool. It's kind of like that. Is just use the depth of the saucer as a target. So let's see if that has already resolved. I'll use my line tool just to be easier to view. So we add that. So we did resolve that price target. It looks like it's kind of like resistance, like the wick almost touched it. It's serving as resistance now. So we're looking at the weekly. Let's get back to the daily here. Yeah. So what I would be looking for here, depending on your stance on the stock, is once again some sort of meaningful pattern to appear. Right now, we're kind of trading sideways. I don't know why the music stopped there for a second. And I don't really see a clear entry. So what you want is a clear entry. So when you have, and this is to me, I mean, I'm sure people, if you want to look at it on a shorter time frame, you might see stuff. Are you day trading this? If you want to look at it from a day trading perspective, I'm happy to do that. From a swing trading perspective, I don't see a clear entry. Is my quick answer, right? For a clear entry, you need consolidation or a pattern. But let me know. Let me know in chat if you want me to look at XXII from a day trading perspective. We might see something. Okay, let's do FTCH. FTCH looks like a bunch of the other tech stocks. Looks like QQQ. Technology services, internet software services, provision of technology platform, luxury fashion. Ooh, combination luxury fashion. So guys, just in terms of sector strength, luxury goods are showing sector strength. So if you see stocks that have nice patterns, just to save you some work, looking at market breadth, where you take sector representative ETFs and see where there's divergence from the broader market. To save you some work, I can tell you that luxury goods are showing strength against the broader market. This one's a weird combo because it's technology for luxury goods. Still looking at the daily. I mean, this one is just trying. This one's trying to return past its previous support level, which has become resistance. What the heck? So let's find the bounce. It's kind of sloping, actually. It's a newer stock, 2009, 2018. That's when it IPO'd. climbed up, and then this type of price action is what I would call a hot mess. There's nothing really clear here. There's no like clear entry. You know what I mean? Like when we climbed up this really huge pole, we didn't have any clear swing highs and swing lows to say, okay, this is clearly a flag. We had just chop, right? And then you can see it's kind of just like straddling this support line. I could bring this down, but it has no really clearly defined support. Maybe this is more meaningful because the body of this candle hit this. But this is pretty noisy. I think you can find less noisy stocks with easier entries. Is AMD ripping? Let's take a look. I get baited every time. You guys always name a stock and say that it's breaking out, and then I look at it and it's not doing anything. AMD ripping. How much is it up on the day? Is there a quick way to see that? Whatever. I'll just use my ruler. So it's full movement for the day is like 2.5%. It's not ripping. I got baited, guys. I got jebaited by AMD. AMD is like Nvidia. It's like all the other ones. I expect some downtime for a while. I expect some downtime. Okay, so stop saying the stocks are ripping. New rule: if you guys tell me a stock is breaking out or a stock is ripping, I'm not going to look at it. I've been jebaited too many times. Yeah, probably looking at true. So Nature Bound says that when people say that the stocks are ripping, they're probably looking at very short frequency or smaller increment charts and day trading it. So completely different perspective. AMC flagging, DPX ripping. All right, so I know what not to look at. Let's check in on my good old NMM. Hey guys, high type flag. You guys said I was married to this one too, and you know what? Till death do us part. It's doing what I like it to do. We're getting along great. We did couples counseling for like a week, and we said that therapist is stupid. And then we went out and got Cheesecake Factory together. Stronger than ever, my relationship with NMM. Stronger than ever. High type flag, my price target, 2605. Secondary price target, 32.5. Love it. Let's keep it rolling. Checking in on VET. Bounced right off that resistance. Right off that resistance. Again, I'm not going to enter that until I see it getting into the gap zone. Another one like NMM, which is doing the same thing very cleanly. This is a high type flag. NMM, we've got at least 100% movement over, I believe, 8 or fewer weeks. At least 5 days of sideways consolidation that does not dip more than 25%. Although I think this one actually dipped slightly more than 20 or 25. But during periods of extreme volatility, i.e. COVID times, we allow for this. But we have broken out and we are in the stretch. My friends. And I will duplicate this because I didn't leave an easy price target on here. For high type flag for NMCI. Boy, oh boy. 1410. From its current price, 71%. Double bottom on FRSX. I cannot resist, Daniel. FSR. Wait, did I get that right? FRSX. My bad. I've been here before. Have I brought this one up before? Let me get this crap out of here. Double bottom. It's not a very long period. Usually you want longer periods for double bottoms. But I'm not going to totally discount it. And this is probably just all sense. Oh. Now we're talking. Should probably use the past. Could be something like this. At any rate, you had a big rounding bottom. It's kind of messy. I'm being sloppy with the charting right now because I'm more interested in what's happening. Actually, no, I shouldn't do that because we've noticed that our rounding bottoms and double bottoms have this period of consolidation afterward that still doesn't discount the overall breakout. So let me use... I kind of want to use this as my left pivot because there's a spike up typically in the rounding bottom before it really starts to dip, and you use that for your resistance level. So that would have been the price target. I wonder how that changes if I use the ruler tool. I'm learning as I go on this one. I was like right about at this level. Is that meaningful anywhere? Yeah, that's like that consolidation area, something more like that. At any rate, this was a rounding bottom on FRSX. It looks like it had a nice breakout that did have its little consolidation and then spiked up like crazy on high volume. This is a very, very cheap stock. Very cheap stock, so that volume is relatively speaking. And then it reversed. And it's still in reversal territory. So the upward trend has ended. Because we have a lower high, lower low. So we're in a downward trend on this stock, right? So you need a reversal pattern for it to go up. That's my take. VNOM? Is that pretty sweet if it has something to do? Viper Energy, sweet. Ooh! Nice pick. I like the way this looks. VNOM, Viper, NATO, Octopus, Mama. We got a double bottom with a big old gap. Get this one on the watch list. Just for the name. Very cool. Let's get our little rectangular out. Draw it at the meat. At the meat. Right? Oh, what a delightful pick. Who gave us this? Who gave us this? VNOM. Did I just pull this out of my head? Okay, this person. Thank you. Thank you. I hope I'm so pleased. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Different tool. Why is this gorgeous? This is a double bottom with a nice gap down. It's already been cleared, but I just like the gap down because it gives us added assurance that we're going to get a quick movement up in the reverse direction. Now we have established an upward trend, which means this is in trading territory. You can day trade this if you want pretty easily. Although I did promise, I want to look at DraftKings in a second because I promised I was going to try out Brad's options day trading strategy using the 8 and 21 exponential moving averages. So after this, let's look at DraftKings. Okay. So what was the question? What do you think of eyes? Who the heck gave out 2 dislikes? Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. There's some weirdos in here. Okay. So let's just look at this. This is our target. our resistance has been broken through, and then we had that little consolidation, So we've got impulses and then corrective phases, shelves, whatever the hell you want to call them. But we are working our way up to our price target, which is we still got 30% to go from the current price, ladies and gents. This is on my watch list. I might just take a deeper look at this on my own time for my own benefit. So thank you so much. Such a good pick. VNOM. Upon further technical analysis, I mean, sure, there might be something here that I should take note of, but the pattern's telling me, the price is telling me most of what I need to know. All right, I like this stock. All right, so I want to look at DraftKings really quick, and then maybe check on GameStop. I don't know. So guys, if you remember from a couple days ago, and if you didn't catch the video, go back and watch one of the previous Get Technicals. I think it's which one was that? Yeah, just watch them all. We had a lesson with Brad from Trading Grounds where he just gave us just 2 technical indicators that he uses to day trade on the 10-minute chart. So I'm going to go 10-minute on DraftKings. Oh, geez. I wish God, if I didn't have to do this stupid show. Okay, and then I'm going to add those 2 technical indicators, which are the 8 EMA, and then I lost one, so I have to add it now. It's the 8 EMA, and then I'm going to go to my indicators and do EMA, moving average exponential. It added it, and then now I'm going to set it to 21 EMA. Exponential moving averages. And then I'm going to just really quick, I'm going to change this so it's easier for everyone to see. I'm going to keep it bright blue, but I'm going to make the line a little bit thicker. So the move here is that every time the fast line or the red line crosses above the blue, really quick, let me get my brokerage open just for a second. Every time the fast line crosses above the slow line, we're entering, and he's going long with options. So we can see this cross floated for a very long time before it crossed down, and then we're crossing above once again. Let me do a thing real quick, guys. I just got another window open. I just want to check on it. Thinking my mom might have messaged me on Facebook. So let me just do a thing. So what he does when he gets these crosses, he buys in the money weeklies that are expiring this Friday. So like in this case, I think that he would do like today. So Cowboy Neil's going to come out really quick, and I'm just going to do a thing. I'm just messaging my mom on Facebook to let her know about this sweet pick. All right, so the Friday expiration today. And in the money would be, yep. Okay, beautiful. Interesting. That my mom is getting into the market. I'm really proud of her that more people are doing this. All right, just one. Yeah, we'll just go ahead. It's fine. Go ahead and submit that. All right, cool. All right. Big fan of the show. Okay, so that is DraftKings. So again, the play here, I'll be doing this more often. We'll check in on this. Is just we're looking for stocks that have nice trends up. And let me know if there's another one. Pam has mentioned Marvel before, which I thought would be perfect for this. But I think it's getting smacked around by tech in general. So it might not be great right now. Voodoo, that's a really good tip. I'm gonna save that tip for later because we don't have much time left on the show, and I make sure we cover whatever tickers people want. Any other tickers y'all want me to hit? You want to look at WWR? What company is this? Non-Energy Minerals. Let's go. What do my eyes see? What? Very nice. So what we have is a stock that has been thrown into the dumpsters under the flickering lights of a Wall Street alleyway. The reflection of the fat cat's pinstripe suits as they toss in the dumpster are reflecting on the puddly pavement. And a swarm of rats. A swarm of rats are starting to form. All right, let me move these EMAs. This one might not be just like a layup like I thought it was. So you've already had like a couple nice breakouts here, my friend. Couple nice breakouts. Yeah. So I think this is where I would draw this. I want the last clear mounting spike before we formed this rounding bottom here. And that's what I see right here. So I'm going to use this line. And then even this is a double. And see how this line lined up with the meat of the double? So let's get real technical. And I got 3 minutes left, so we're gonna have to roll the outro in just a second. It's everyone's favorite archetypal image. And let's go ahead and draw our targets here and just see if they lined up. Yep, with the real body. Damn. This is like a case study in just good old rat trading. The rat technique is strong with this one. So we had a double bottom. It resolved right at the peak. So the depth of the double bottom plus the resistance level at the meat is just about where the real body of these candles started to pivot back down. So that was a breakout. This previous one was a breakout. Now we're holding support. Are we forming what might be a larger double bottom? It is definitely possible, but only time will tell if you're going to get something that's more like this. This is just bottoms for days. Good grief with the bottoms here. Well, actually, I was not being that was not in good faith, because you need a downward trend before you have your little upward spike. So what do I think about this right now? I think it's trading below resistance, but it had a bunch of bottomtivity in the past. That's what I think about it. All right, guys, I'm at time. We've got to go on to our next show. Happy Friday to you guys. We made it through the week. We have made it through the week. The market full on entered a correction and full on came back. Do not bet against U.S. markets. Don't bet against them. Over the long enough time frame, they're always going up. Never let it get to you. All right? So I want to do is thank my guest today so much. Man, we had so many good people. So we had producer AB. What a guy. He had a great idea for leaps on Nvidia. We had the captain. We had Miles. I'm not sure if we want to do his full name, but we had Captain Cappy on with a great pick that I thought was JetBlue, but apparently it's an ETF called Jets. Great pick. Watch it. Great pick. Shout out to whoever gave me VNOM, Venom. That was a rat sack. We got rat sacks galore. Thank you all for joining us on a Friday. This has been Get Technical. I'm Neil Hamilton. I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.